what is happening, and Merry Christmas to all of my folks out there. I'm your man, OG Truth, with a 2, Hertz with a Z. Coming at you with it's going to be sort of an abbreviated episode of Truth Be Told. Okay, all right. Make sure y'all, first thing y'all do is make sure y'all hit them buttons, like it, share it, subscribe it, and I don't know if you've been naughty or nice, but hope everybody's having a safe Christmas. Sister Sonia, Merry Christmas to you. Sister Sonia, how is my audio? You know, they be getting on me about my communications. How's my audio, Sister Sonia? Can you hear me? It's good? Okay, awesome. Awesome. All right, let's get to a Falcons win yesterday, 29-10 against the Indianapolis Colts. It was a must win for the Falcons, kind of must win for both teams, but Falcons got it done. Um, hey, let's go and address the elephant in the room. The quarterback play was above standard yesterday. Almost hit, well, we did put a ball on the ground, but we got it back. Um, Taylor missed on a couple throws. We got lucky on it. Other than that, the play callers did a pretty good job of mixing in the three-headed monster. Everybody ate. That's a game where everybody ate all the stars, all the athletes got their touches. Bijan got his touches. Tyler got his touches. Cordero got his touches. Drake got his touches. Kyle got his touches. And we've sprinkled in a little bit of Scotty Miller, a little bit of John Smith. All was well on offensive end. I still would like to convert a couple of those field goals into touchdowns. Young Wei Koo made his 4 field goals. So 5. We made 5. Actually, made 5. So offense did their thing. Defense got 6 sacks yesterday. Um, Created 1 turnover. Should have been 2. Well, created 1 turnover, another pick for Jesse Bates. And Jesse right now is making a strong case for defensive player of the year with those six picks. Um, no time to do too much celebrating or confetti throwing. We got plain and simple. We got to win out. We got to win out. And with us winning out, this is what needs to happen for us to get into the playoffs. This is what needs to happen. I need everybody to just follow me on this, on what needs to happen. Okay, to win a division, Tampa has to lose out. That means they got to lose Sunday against the Saints and lose their last game against Carolina in Carolina. The game against the Saints is at home, and the last game is against Carolina. If Tampa wins one of those 2 games, this is what must happen for us to qualify for the playoffs. And listen, before somebody come in here, please look, man. Today is Christmas. We're gonna be nice today. I don't want to hear jack shit about we need to lose out to get a to get a to get a draft pick and all that. Please save all that. All right. Right now, This is what needs to happen. Hey, if you don't want to hear it, that's fine. Just go on and continue enjoying your Christmas. All right. Now, again, to win the South, we got to win out. Tampa got to lose out. Um, it's not as bad as it sounds because there's only 2 games left for each team. It ain't hard to go on a 2 game winning streak or a 2 game losing streak to qualify for a wild card. This is what needs to happen. Minnesota, who we tied with, would have to lose one of their remaining 2 games, and their 2 remaining games are at home to Green Bay and at Detroit. Um, and with Minnesota losing one of their 2 games, either Seattle or the Rams would have to lose both of their remaining games. Seattle plays Pittsburgh at home, and they go to Arizona, and the Rams play the Giants on the road, and they play the 49ers at home. That's what has to happen. So either Minnesota has to lose one of their 2 games, and either the Seahawks or the Rams got to lose both of their games. Of course, this is contingent upon us finishing the rest of the regular season by beating Chicago next week and beating the Saints, of course, at the end of the season. It's conceivable that we can finish the season with a winning record at 9-8 and still not make it to the playoffs. Now, this is something I wanted to touch on because I hear a lot of folks when they are venting their frustrations about the team. I hear a lot of folks um, complaining about the authors. More often than not, they're complaining about Arthur Smith, but we also get some complaints about Arthur Blank. Now, we're going to talk about Arthur Smith in depth more and more as the season is winding down. And I know OG Big Sam and Mad Mike kind of touched on them and their situation, touched on Arthur Smith earlier. But I want to kind of go with Arthur Blank. First things first, people. Um, Arthur Blank officially purchased, if you will, the Atlanta Falcons back in 2002. Um, Here was the record of the team when Arthur Blank purchased the team in 2002. There were 218, 335, and 5. Since Arthur Blank bought the team, they are 172, 166, and 1. Now, I frequently hear a lot of our loyal fan members complain that we are settling for mediocrity. That's the phrase. That's the flavor. That's the flavor of the week. The flavor of the month phrase. We're settling for mediocrity. Okay. If you want to consider Arthur Blank's tenure as mediocre, 172 and 166 and one. Okay. But I just read off the record of the team under the Smiths. Um, that would be Rankin Jr. and Taylor Smith. 218, 335, and 5. That is a whopping 117 games under 500. This team has been to the playoffs in 67 years. This team been to the playoffs 14 times. 14 times. Engine number 9 was having the dirty Bird Dixon. Merry Christmas. 14 times this team went to the playoffs. Under Arthur Blank's 20 years, 21 years of ownership, this team has went to the playoffs 8 times and still have an outside shot at 9 times. That's still under 500. But I'll take 9 times in 20, 20 years, 21 years, over 6 times in 40, what was it, in 46 years. Falcons to the playoffs 6 times in 36 years. My apologies. 36 years. 6 times in 36 years. That means one playoff appearance per every 6 years. To be honest with you, if Arthur Blank didn't show interest in buying the Atlanta Falcons back in the mid 90s, even though the sale wasn't completed until 2000. Well, I think they actually verbally agreed on it like 99 2000 season. This team would have been in Jacksonville. The Smiths were ready to sell this team till Boudog was happening. The Smiths were ready to sell this team to somebody in Jacksonville. Once Jacksonville realized that they weren't going to get the Falcons, that's how the Jacksonville Jaguars was formed. It's a true story now. B-Talk, what's going on? Um, Arthur Blank has brought a lot of money to this city. A lot of money. He forced the city's hand, yeah, to to get us a new stadium. But in forcing the city's hand to get us a new stadium, he had to also agree to get a soccer franchise here. Once we got the soccer franchise here, that soccer franchise was here 2 years and they won a MLS Cup inside that building, by the way. For those of you all who claiming the curse pity party uh, because of the churches being moved, which is ridiculous. I don't understand when I hear people say Alder Blake is the problem. How is he the problem with what's going on with the Falcons? He's the team has had a winning record since he became the owner. I will again mention the record of the prior owners: 218, 335, and 5. Brian, what's going on now? Merry Christmas, everybody. 218, 335, and 5 was the record of the Smiths. So, for those of y'all who complained about Arthur Blank, JD asked what's going on. I mean, like I said, you want to call it mediocre. What made us so entitled to use the word mediocre? We're still, even with Arthur Blank as the owner, we are still 111 games under 500 as a franchise. Raven Collins, what's going on? Just want everybody to understand this now. Arthur Blank has more than brought this, if nothing else, he's brought this organization to respectability. I hear a lot of people complain about his head coach hires, but if you want to look at the top four winningest coaches in the history of the Falcons organization, three of those four guys were hired by Arthur Blank, and the fourth guy was the head coach when Arthur Blank took over. Now that's going to lead me to our current head coach, Arthur Smith. Here you have a guy who took over a franchise. Quite frankly, we gutted it out. We did a complete roster overhaul. A complete roster overhaul. Arthur Smith's first year here, in his first year ever as a head coach. Merry Christmas to you, DJ Mo Lewis. Um, we had to literally bring in folks off the street, man. We had to bring in folks from off the street. Like, to make 90 champ bodies, we had to bring in guys who was, hell, people like me and my man DJ Mo Lewis. Shit, barbers, DJs, rap security, plumbers. Hey, if you got a little football experience like DJ Mo Lewis got, he can play a little high school football. Come on out here, try see what's going. Like, guess what? Our first Arthur Smith's first year, which he went 7-10. The only thing that he had worth his weight in salt, really, honestly, was an Asian veteran in Matt Ryan And in their first draft class, they took Kyle Pitts with the number 4 overall pick. Tell what's going on. Um, we was depleted everywhere. I mean, yeah, you still had a few veterans left. You had Jake Matthews, who's been here since 2014. Grady Jarrett still had Debo Jones and them guys, but we eventually cut bait with a couple of those guys. But really, we didn't have nothing. In some kind of way, we went 7-10 with that. Um, we came back the next year, went offense again with our first round pick, and we got um, Drake London. Stole stole Tyler Algier. We stole him. Is it safe to say he was a steal in the 5th round? Tyler Algier was a 5th round pick. He was a steal. We can say that now, can't we? And in the 3rd round, we took Desmond Ritter. And we already know what Desmond's story is right now. He's struggling. It's not due to lack of talent. It's just he can't take it. He's got an issue taking care of football. Ain't no put no cut on it. And no matter what sport you play, you got to take care of the freaking football. If you don't, you're gonna be on the bench. Now, I don't know who's in charge of. If Arthur Smith is the one who's in charge of hiring a quarterback coach, I'm gonna put that on Arthur Smith. But whoever's in charge on having a hiring quarterback coach dropped the ball by not having him a quarterback coach. Hopefully, we fix that next year, given that they are both still here. So again, we go 7-10. Few of the fans was a little antsy, but we brought in Marcus Mariota because we moved on from Matt Ryan. Brought in Marcus Mariota. He didn't work out. A lot of the people in the fan base was clamoring to play Ritter. And what I find interesting is a lot of some of the same fans now who don't want to see Ritter ever again were clamoring for him to play. Saying that he didn't get enough reps last year. He went 2-2 in his 4 starts, no turnovers. Now we fast forward to this year. This year, surprisingly, we go first. We go offense, skill position player in the 1st round again. We took the dynamic Bijan Robinson, which was a surprise to a lot of us. I'll be one of the first to admit I wasn't with that pick. And it wasn't because he went to Georgia. I felt like we should have went Jalen Carter. It had nothing to do with him being a Georgia Bulldog. Either either Jalen Carter or it was an old lineman that played in the Big Ten or up there somewhere. I can't quite remember the kid's name. Nevertheless, we went with Bijan Robinson, and then I don't really have to go through what's been going on this year. It's been topsy turvy to say the least. A lot of fans feel like we've underachieved for multiple reasons, a multitude of reasons. Um, Quarterback play, definitely. The handling of the quarterback situation, maybe. Um, as good as the defense has been, um, I would be remiss if I didn't throw in that no matter how bad the offense played, 4 times we need them to get a $150 million stop, and they didn't get the stop. That's just me presenting the facts to you, not an excuse or excuses. That's what it is. Um, so now at this point, we benched Ritter for the second time. Now we're going with Heineke, and we are at 7-8 with 2 games remaining. And I brought up to you the playoff scenario for us on winning the division and possibly getting in as a wild card. Now, let me say something to a lot of us who want Arthur Smith to be removed from his position. I will first start by saying I understand your frustration. Now, as a person, I consider myself a businessman. I'm not a millionaire. I'm not a billionaire. I'm not a billionaire. I'm not a millionaire. Hell, I ain't even 100,000 there. But I will say this: it is not proper business to always keep having a turnover in your staff and in your employees. Arthur Smith got this job as a baby. In the head coaching ranks, he's still a baby. Trust and believe now. A lot of the issues some of y'all got with Arthur Smith, I've visited those same issues. But as an owner of the company, I got to look at what type of progression that the company has made under the person that's in question. As pissed off as y'all are, y'all can't say that the Falcons haven't improved from training camp 2020 season to this point, because they have. Even if you feel like they're underachieving, you still can't say that they haven't improved. The aforementioned 3 guys who we drafted, they all they're all 1,000 yard producers. So you can't say we missed on them picks now. They all got 1,000 yards in their rookie years. Whether it was individual or all purpose, or one stat or all purpose. The defense looks completely different from training camp 2020 to now. We can credit Ryan Nielsen to a lot of that. Now this defense looks so good with that 3-headed monster running back and taking care of the football. They better not let us get into the playoffs. We're gonna be a dangerous team to a 1 or 2 or 3 seed. And if we win the division, whoever gets that 5 seed between the Cowboys and the Eagles. Honestly, I don't think the Cowboys or the Eagles can beat us in Mercedes-Benz if we take care of the football. That's a big if, but I don't think the Cowboys or the Eagles can beat us in the Mercedes-Benz if we take care of the football. Now, getting past that, or if we wind up going in as a 6 or a 7 seed, we're going to be a dangerous team to either a Cowboys, a 49ers, or an Eagles, or even maybe a Detroit team that we've already. I put it to you like this: as fate may have it, we may wind up getting the Cowboys as a 5 seed, beat them, shut their fans up, and in our divisional playoff round, we get a chance to get some get back on the Detroit Lions. There's a good chance all that can happen. It's a long shot, yes, I know it, but it's a good chance. Man, Mike checking in. Shout out J. Kyle Pitts and B.J. Robinson, Drake London. All broke rookie record. All of these guys broke records with the franchise. Kyle Pitts, rookie year, he was like 45 or 50 yards short of the NFL record for tight ends. Can't say we didn't hit on most of our picks. And I seen a graphic earlier. They kind of hit on their picks this year too. Look at who came in this draft. Look at the guys. Brian Hughes is going on. Bijan Harrison, Lanier came in this draft too. Um, what's the safety name from Alabama? Didn't he come in this draft? Yeah, boy, what's going on? Merry Christmas to you. Budog said best day of roster since 2016. Tony Wright, what's going on? Oh yeah, okay. Lemon was undrafted last year, but if anybody got DeMarco Hellams, listen. Um, K-State ain't hit on the picks. This is under Arthur Smith, y'all. Again, I am not glossing over the mistakes that he's made as, as you know, in play calling or whatever the case. I'm not glossing over that. We've all seen that. But I'm putting myself in the in the in the chair of Arthur Blank. You guys are asking him to fire a guy who's technically improved since he's gotten here, and this is his first head coaching stint. That's not an excuse. That's the truth. Again, I will say it again. I understand everybody's frustration. It's not an excuse. That's the truth. Nope. I don't hang out with Arthur Smith. No, we ain't cool. No, we ain't knock no females out together. Nobody never worked at FedEx. And listen, man, y'all stop it with all that. Yes, all billionaires know each other, but that has absolutely zero to do with why Arthur Smith is the head. Well, I'm gonna say this. I'm pretty sure when Arthur Blank chose Arthur Smith as the head coach, I'm pretty sure that wasn't a deciding factor on him possibly knowing Arthur Smith's daddy. Hush, J. Diaz. I almost said something else. That I almost said something else, but it's Christians. Hush. Don't you start no foolishness. Hold on, Tony. We're gonna. I'm gonna touch on that a little bit. I don't want to lose my train of thought, man. Just bear with me, big dog. Bear with me. We're gonna revisit this, of course, at the end of the season about Arthur Smith's job status. But I just wanted to bring a logical approach about firing him. You got to think about this. If you hire a man and you fire him after 3 years, and technically the team has not regressed with him as the head coach. Matthew Bergeron did. Thank you. Hold on, Brian. Y'all, just give me a tick, man. I know y'all ready to get to the roster. All that, just give me a tick. They ready to go. Y'all chopping at the bit. The reason why I titled this alternate office is because the reality of it is if we fire Arthur Smith, and if Arthur Blank decides to move on with him from him, okay, that's cool. Do you take a chance of losing the locker room? Because the way those guys was yesterday, Arthur Smith got that locker room. They out there doing the remember the Titans and shit after. They, Bruh, they damn near had me getting up doing it with them, and they was in sync with it too. I'm talking about they was in sync with it. Feel good? You're right. I'm talking about I damn near got up and did it with them, and I see. Excuse me for using this word. I see a little brotherhood. Guess what? They still fuck with Dez. Dez was over there with. Hey, Dez was engaged over there. Hey, but something that was brought up yesterday. Did any of y'all see? I don't know. I don't know. A man, Mike, OG Big Sam brought it up today, but did anybody see who was talking to Desmond Ritter and Taylor Heineke on the sideline yesterday? Claude Phillip, Bulldog, you on it, man. I ain't got it in front of me, bro. My bad. I do. Look at. Hey, you got to give me a pass today, Christmas, man. And I lied to you. I said it was gonna be short, but it seems like we going in. We going anyway. Talking to Taylor Heineke and Desmond Ritter was none other than T.J. Yates, the wide receiver coach, who really should have been the quarterback coach. So when you, listen, that's all you want to say. As me as a fan, that's all I want to see is that my coach or my coaching staff is willing to adjust. And he shaved that damn mustache. Don't grow that damn. Somebody tell you, Arthur, don't grow that damn mustache back. So it took his 10 or 11-year-old kid to tell him, Dad, you need to cut your mustache. Listen to your kid, Artie. So just wanted to get a perspective on that. If you still feel like you need to be fired, that's okay. That's all right. That's your right as a fan. That's cool. Calais old ass out there doing a dirty bird. Calais Campbell was a huge pickup for us. Calais Campbell, listen, man. Calais Campbell, the aforementioned Jesse Bates, Ellis, Dupree. Man, Dupree should have around. He should have double digit in sacks. Dupree, Dupree got to lead the league at almost sacks. Now, I don't want to go all the way into the draft right now because right now, I want to stay locked in. Y'all gonna kill me for this. I don't want to go all the way into the draft right now, y'all. I, I want to say that. I want to save that. I don't want to go into the quarterback situation, but I will answer a question. Why not? Whoever asked the question about, do you see us, um, Brian asked, do you see us getting a quarterback if Heineken? I don't know. I wouldn't. And let me tell you why I wouldn't. Before y'all jump on me, tell you why I wouldn't. We got Heineken for 2 years. Regardless, we signed him to a 2-year deal. Unless I misread his contract, we signed him to a 2-year deal. Heineken wins out, and don't let us go to the playoffs and he have any type of success. What the hell am I driving the quarterback for? Now, explain to me why would I drive the quarterback then? Because if it's about because Ritter didn't work out or y'all don't feel like Ritter's not working out, what were the two options? What are our two options on if Ritter does work out? Either get one in the draft or go out there and get a vet. Well, if I already got a vet here, I ain't got to go out there and get no vet. I could either make Heineke, TJ Yates, the full-time quarterback coach, or go out there and hire me one. You got Matt sitting up there in the Vinings. He's just sitting up there chilling. Probably get ready to make some more twins with his wife. I expect him to retire at the end of the year when his contract is up. Bring Matt in, have him be the quarterback's coach, or flip TJ Yates over. Listen, it don't have to be Matt. There's a bunch of quarterbacks sitting at home now. You got Matt, Tom Brady, both Mannings, Drew Brees, Phillip Rivers, Ben Roethlisberger. All them folks sitting at home right now. Matt Sharp, or flip him over, bring in somebody, be receiver coach. Right away, he ain't doing them hanging out in Magic City every goddamn Monday. Bring right away in to be the receivers coach. Hey, give Terrence Mathis a call. He's here. Hell, if Julio decides to retire at the end of the year, give him a call. Wouldn't he be the perfect wide receiver coach? Because for a 10-year stretch now, you had NFL owners telling their GMs to go out when it came to the receiver position and get me a Julio Jones. Fuck how he left out the door. Yes, we all got an issue with how he left out the door, but that's what owners was telling GMs. Go out there and get me a Julio Jones, Steve Smith Sr. Oh God, yeah, I know. He was a Carolina Panther. Steve Smith Sr. You ain't probably got to pay him that much. So again, I'm not going to go into. Uh, hey, Sanu, hey, none of these answers are wrong, bro. None of these answers are wrong. Ritter needed a quarterback coach this year, all year. You had to have somebody in his ear. Honestly, if you take away the excessive turnovers, would, would y'all still have? Would y'all still feel the same about Riddle? Would y'all still feel bad about him? And you know what, quarterback, man, young quarterback gonna turn the football over. They ain't justifying it. They are. I almost got stoned to death last week when I put up uh, Mike Vick stats. Through Mike Vick's first 16 starts, he had four more turnovers than what Desmond Ritter had through 16 starts. That ain't making an excuse for Ritter. That's the truth. And hell, the 99% of the city of Atlanta want to build a statue for Vic. No, I'm not saying Desmond Ritter is better than Michael Vick. No, but a lot of people's issues and a lot of people's rants was about him turning the football over. So, I mean, getting back to what the show is about, Arthur and Arthur, for a lot of people, and man, I see everybody, I see Tony Wright, man, you bringing the heat, Tony Wright. Yeah, hey, you bringing the heat, brother. Tony Wright, Gat Boy, Brian, I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all spending crystals with us. Appreciate that. Y'all got to do this. But for a lot of people who have a problem with Arthur Blake as an owner, shit, go research our last owner. At least Arthur Blake over 500, not a whole lot, but 172 and 166. And Arthur Smith, this is year 3 of a young head coach. I don't think we should fire him. Would I be pissed if he did? If he did, no. I don't think we should fire him because of the points that I made earlier. It's a bad look when you have a turnover employee wise. And the organization has, you got to look at, see, a lot of people, a lot of us get caught up in looking beyond. We got to look at what the organization is right now versus how it was when Terry Fontenot and Arthur Smith took over. And the narrative that Terry Fontenot didn't hire Arthur Smith, technically, no, he didn't. Did he sign off on it? Yes. It was just semantics on him being. He signed off on Arthur Smith. We got to look at how the organization is right now versus how it was when they took over. And I think we can all say that this organization has not regressed. It has progressed. Probably not the way a lot of y'all want it to progress, and that's fine. But it's progress. And if it's progress, if I don't see progression from a first time head coach, hey, if Arthur Smith was a veteran head coach and this organization has barely progressed or regressed, you're 86. His first time head coach. I see a lot of people bringing up Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick, this is his last year in New England. Do y'all know what his first head coaching job was? He was with the Cleveland Browns. He was stirred fried shit. They ran his ass up out of Cleveland. Now he's arguably the greatest of all time. Your players, the players on that team want Arthur Smith back. Arthur Blank got to listen to his players. He got to listen to the players before he listens to us, the fans. Because that's who in the locker room with him. So we're going to go on and wrap it up, man. Once again, I want to tell everybody Merry Christmas. I know y'all glad it's over with, especially a lot of you younger generation parents who got little ones. My kids are grown, but hell, my grandkids that took over the house. Um, if you didn't do everything what you need to do this Christmas, hey, be thankful for breath. Be thankful for life. And I mean that when I say it. I just lost one of my best friends 2 days ago. Had a lot of complications, a lot of medical stuff going on, and I'm just not gonna go into detail, but God called him home. He was looking forward to Christmas Day. And now we're planning a funeral. So even if you couldn't get what you wanted on Christmas, you here to see it. For everybody at Mad Mike Sports, AFN, Regulators Heavy Hitters, Unholy Alliance, Maggie T, OG Big Sam, Six Man K Styles, Will the Reaper Coach, Blackberry Lorex, the Therapist, the Don. I'm your man OG Truth with a 2, Hurts with a Z. And on Truth Be Told, we always seek and speak the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Merry Christmas, and I'll see you guys next year. We out.